Hi everyone, this is Heba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working in my vacation album. This is day 14 of our vacation in the Philippines. And now by the time this video goes up, I believe I should be done with my vacation album, and I will be sharing a flip through of that very soon. But for now, I'm going to start working on day 14. As always, I added my journaling. I used my Feed Your Craft inline stamp set to stamp out day 14. And then I'm going to use that 6x8 photo to back up my journaling. I'm going to end up going through my Color Cast Design acrylics and add a little something on this Where I Stand photo. I'm trying to use up my summer acrylics from Color Cast Design. So it was great doing this little album. Well, it's not little, this huge album, because I was able to use up a lot of those summer acrylics. But anyway, once I'm done with my journaling and my photo, I'm going to start working on my layouts. Now for day 14, we got to hike up this beautiful mountain on the island of Coron, and it had a beautiful view. Now, climbing up this mountain was crazy and tiring, you guys. And I believe I've talked about this moment in one of my traveler's notebook layouts, because I did document a few of these pictures in my traveler's notebook. But the view was gorgeous, and this 4x6 photo was all about the view. I decided to use this photo to add my day, so I'm going to go through my Felicity Jane wooden numbers, and I'm going to add 14. I'm also going to use this really cute little die cut that says morning view. I'm going to add that right under my number. And I decided to use those numbers again to add 721 steps. Yes, I climbed 721 steps, and you guys, I'm not very athletic. If you don't know me, I'm letting you know that I'm very far from being athletic. So this was a struggle, but we made it up there, and I really wanted to document how many steps we climbed to get up there. So I decided to use the wood veneers. They worked perfectly for that. I'm also going to go through my little word stickers and just add a little word right above my a number. Now this is the photo I documented in my traveler's notebook, and my kids were kind of making fun of me because it took me forever to get up the stairs, and they had the rocky moment, the music and everything. And of course I'm going to document that. I'm just using my Kelly Perky stamps to stamp out strange and wild and wonderful, little things like that. I'll end up adding a little embellishment on this photo later on, but I really like how it looks, and I love doing collages like this, especially when you have a tight space in your album. I'm just going to be adding a little stamp, also a Kelly Perky stamp that says Find Your Wild, and I'm going to stamp that on some sticker paper, I believe, and then just add it right in the center of where my kids and I stand. Now I want to add a little something to this 3x4 card, so I decided to use some of my Kelly Perky stamps. I'm going to end up stamping Up in the Mountains on some sticker paper, fussy cut it out and add it right under the You Can Find Me Here. I'm also going to use this line of trees that is a part of the stamp set, and I don't want it to stamp I don't want to stamp it from one side to the other. I just want to stamp it right under my phrase. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some scrap paper, kind of cover those sides, and stamp my tree line. Now I want to add like a rocky moment to this side of my spread because it kind of tells the story of this layout. So I decided to use my Kelly Alpha stamps, or no, stickers, sorry, to add rocky moment right under this fingers crossed card. I think it was just perfect, the card and the moment, and it just all told the story behind all these photos and cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm also gonna go back into my little chipboard bowl and try to find a few chipboards to add to this really beautiful cross that they have right on top of the mountain. And you can see this cross at night. They light up the cross, they light up the sign that says Corone at night, and you can see it from everywhere on the island. I just thought it was so beautiful, and my kids are standing right under it. So I end up adding a little phrase under that, and I'm also gonna grab the little chipboard that says "So Crazy" and add that to that 4x6 photo of my kids and I. I'm moving on to the next side of my spread. I'm gonna end up, now because I did some of this before I started recording, I had already added this little word sticker that said "This morning" on the 3x4 card of where I stand. I'm gonna move on to this beautiful 6x8 photo of the gorgeous view while we were walking down the mountain. And I'm just gonna end up stamping wilderness on a label sticker and adding that to the top of my photo. Now I kind of mess up with this. While I was working on my layout, I totally forgot that this was a 6x8 photo, and I was looking at it as two separate 4x6s, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna end up adding an embellishment to the bottom part also, but I will remove that later. I don't know if I do it on camera or not, but I just hated that I did that and didn't notice that I had printed that in a 6x8. But anyways, I'm gonna end up adding a few little embellishments to my spread, and I'm keeping it really simple. I've said this before. When I'm working on albums like this, I try to embellish and make it pretty, but at the same time, I just want to document those photos. I want to document my journaling. I just want to have them in this album. So I don't look at it like every layout has to be perfect and full of embellishments and full of cards and all that good stuff. You can keep it simple and it's still going to look amazing. This is where you can see I kind of missed the point of the 6x8 photo, and I grabbed the bottom part and add an embellishment. But later I do notice that that's a whole photo of, or it's a one piece of photo, and I just embellished both. So I'm gonna remove that later. But anyways, I'm moving on to my third and last spread in day 14. I'm still documenting the beautiful views. I'm gonna end up grabbing my Figure Craft. I think this is the Seek Adventure stamp set, and I'm going to be stamping a few of the phrases on this 3x4 card. I just love that stamp set, by the way, you guys. I don't know if it's still in the shop, but I will add all the links for everything I used in the description box for you guys. Now for this 4x6 photo, I already had cut off this "Adventure is out there," and I cut this off of a 3x4 card. I just wanted to use the phrase, so I end up adding that to the top half of my 4x6 photo. And then I'm going to take this 3x4 card and I'm going to type out Philippines, and I'm going to grab a little geotag and add the geotag right above the Philippines. I don't know if you guys can see the view, but it is gorgeous. And I guess this spread is all about the beautiful view because there's 3 photos and they're all of the view. But anyways, I decided to stamp Let Curiosity Lead on my 4x6 selfie photo. And I'm also going to grab my bowl of chipboards. Now, I've said this before in a different video, but I went ahead and added all my loose chipboards in this bowl and decided to go through the bowl before I go through my embellishments. So I'm always trying to finish up what's in this bowl. I end up adding the story on this 3x4 card, and I'm also going to go back into my stamp sets, and I'm going to use one of my Kelly Perky stamps to stamp out where the road ends, the adventure begins. I'm going to finish that up by adding some puffy hearts right next to my phrase, and then I call my layout done. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.